everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll be taking a look at issue 54 of a free comics magazine that I still don't know how to pronounce. KUTI, one of the two. This series of magazines, these issues of this magazine series that I got came from Tommy Masturi. When I ordered a bunch of his stuff, he threw these in for free, which is awesome. And they're like a independently published like Anthology magazine. It seems like it has some funding from the Finnish government. You can subscribe to it. I just noticed that in this one. I hadn't paid attention to that in another one. So if it's a free magazine. I'm sure if you can just find it lying around. But if you want the subscription in the United States, it's €20 for 4 issues, a 4-issue subscription for the year. So it's a pretty cool magazine. This one here, a lot of them seem thematic. This one didn't strike me as so thematic. So we're just gonna go. It's free, so I don't mind showing the whole thing. And there's a lot. I mean, hardly any of these cartoonists have I heard of. So just that on its own is cool. This is by Rose, Jenna Olden, and Alina Min, called Memory Day. And I don't really know if I could tell you what this story was about, but I like the art and the 2-color things on it. But yeah, there's some kind of like robot dog in it, and that's about as much as I took away from that. This one's really cool, by Carrie Shivanen, Syntax Tear. I really like the art on this one. It's pretty simple, just like Robots Gone Wild, and there's some fun formal play here with like this 3D stuff and this 3D thing splitting apart here, and these toys. No real story here, it's all just visual, but there is a sense that the robots have gone wild and are taking over, which very well could be the case. This one was really good, by Esko Hikila. Kind of gives me like Chris Ware vibes when he does his sci-fi thing. They're looking at these people that are like, there's a husband that has been cheating on his wife, and she's kind of aware of it and is having some sexual thoughts, and I think this is all in the imagination, or they're hypnotizing her. A little unclear on that. And then you skip over to like the husband and his new fling, and they're getting a little saucy there. It feels like part of a larger story, maybe. Some of these artists I'm going to have to look up on Instagram. This definitely feels like part of something longer, but I really like the art in this one, and the kind of rhythmic grid underlying everything. That's cool. This artist, Rup Aronin, this was in one of the other issues I looked at too, so I don't know if this is an ongoing character. This Melissa, which is like a care android in this story, because the same character showed up. I don't know if it was named, but that drawing's familiar. So I don't know if this is just his style, or if it's an ongoing thing that Rup Aronin does. I guess I shouldn't assume a male either. I don't know the sex of the artist on this one, but it seems like maybe some ongoing, or at least a character like strip that they come back to. Really like the art in this one. Hanel Rickert, The Surrogates. The story's strange. It's like some robots that are going to raise babies. I think this issue's pretty themed around technology, like Black Mirror kind of futurist technology is the theme of this. Petri Hiltunen, Ghosts from the Machine. I really like the art in this one, and the story's cool too. Like, they have a cyborg implant in their head that's causing, it's like leaking, and it's causing hallucinations, and it's going to kill the guy, but he walks away saying, like, this is pretty great. I've only got a few weeks to go, but I'm getting to spend it with all of my friends and family who have gone, because, like, the memories are leaking. So it's kind of like technology-induced Alzheimer's or something, but I like this. It's a cool little 2-page story, and the art and the colors are really nice. This story by Semi Aho and Soren Mosdell. The story was strange. It's just kind of a weird little monsters going on. That page pretty inappropriate. But I like the art in it, and I like that, especially since this is on newsprint. Here, the use of the Ben Day dots with the less saturated black, and on the cheaper paper, that works really good. That retro vibe. So I dig that. This here by Emmy Valve is just kind of satirical products for women of the future. It's like a feminist critique. Let's see, like Greta Thunberg recommends holograms wherever you go. Here's your mechanical breastfeeding cyber feministic organization. So it just seems to be like feminism and technology. Here's your own pleasure bot. This one, Hack Dies by Petrolina Kjovinen and Apo Rapi. Don't know what the story's about on it. It looks more like something that someone did in their sketchbook because it's split on these 2-page spreads that have been scanned like that. But I really like the look of the art with the markers. I don't know what it's about, but yeah, the look of it's pretty cool. It just seems like someone going, freestyling, making it up as they go. But like pictures like that, that's really cool looking. I dig that. And then it like comes down into like some drawn piece here, and I don't know if they relate or if it's just they had some extra space so that same artist made up something else. I'm not sure, but I like the art on that one. I'll have to follow up with that. I'm assuming the artist is Apo Rapi, or maybe this is Petrolina Koivunen and this other one is Apo Rapi. I'm not sure, but I really like the art on that one, so I'll be following up on that. And that's it for issue, what is this, 54. So thanks for following along. If you enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, please like, subscribe, follow. You can help us out on Patreon. That helps us pay for the books that we review. And then for the mission of the Living the Line, which is to make better quality books, the best thing you can do is support what Sean's doing with Living the Line Publishing. So we'll take a look at some of the books that he has put out or has coming out. Plaza by Yokoyama Yuichi. This is translated by Ryan Holmberg and is very large for a manga, so that's a really cool feature of this book, this standard manga size. And this is just a 200 some odd page representation of what Yokoyama Yuichi thinks of the Carnival Parade, and he's just made this like relentlessly loud and rhythmic book that pushes all kinds of amazing boundaries of what comics and manga are, and we could not recommend this book more. Issue 4 of The Abolition of Man is a one-off story called Maria's Story. It exists within the greater world of the Hotech series that we built up, but it's a one-off story, and probably the most disgusting, terrifying, frightening comic book I have ever seen. Part of why that is we had this both written and illustrated by an AI. So we had one AI that generated the story, all the descriptions and the text, and then another, we used Midjourney to illustrate it. And it's terrifying. It's seriously terrifying. This is basically a story of abuse and sex slavery that the AI came up with. So quite possibly the most grotesque comic of all time, and definitely the most frightening thing I've ever read. Thanks for following along. Take it away, Jack.
What's your